Hello fellow fish keepers. I'm finally getting you guys an update of my 1,400 gallon tank. It's been, geez, I don't even know how long since the last one I've done, so figured before I turned in for the night I'd hurry and whip one up for you guys and let you see how everything's doing and how everything's growing. For the people who are not subscribers to my channel and this is the first time they've come across this tank, this is a 12 foot by 4 foot by 4 foot South American cichlid setup with a few oddballs. Basically everything in this tank is from South America, save just a few. I do have a Sedonis catfish and a clown knife, but other than that everything came from South America. It pivots around my umbees. This is my umbee community tank. And yeah, pretty fun little setup. The main focus of this tank is this guy back here, which is my male umbee Apex. Wish he'd come out a little more. Usually he's a little more front and center. Anyway, everything's doing really well. A couple new additions. I can't remember or not if I had the Severums the last time I did a video, but I've got 3 of them, a male and 2 females. Add a little bit of color. Still have the pair of wild morph snooks. A school of silver dollars. This Cacatea spectabilis. This one I believe is a Sveni pike. Not really a pike expert, but I'm pretty sure this is what that fish is. And then I've got a whole mess of umbees in here. This guy's the biggest. He's right at about 17 inches. I had another male in here he was probably in here for a better part of a year. And I had this male in another tank, and I just decided that I was going to switch places with him. This guy was growing a little bit faster, and honestly was just a little too aggressive for a smaller setup. Just was really hard on the females, and as everyone who has kept umbees knows, they are not very tolerant of tank mates unless you have a setup like this. And even then they can get pretty aggressive. So this guy moved down here and he's grown like a weed, really put on some serious size. He's been here since I believe mid-September, and this is mid-February now, and he's put on at least a couple of inches of length and is considerably heavier. He spawns with pretty well every female in this tank. Got some pretty nice females. I wish everything's kind of staying back a little bit further. I guess I should have topped the tank off before I did a video. I added about 100 gallons right before I shot this, so hopefully everything kind of settles back down and comes around a little bit more. Another one of the females. You can see that they're getting big enough that they're actually displaying a lot of blue as well. Most of the females in here are in the 11-inch or so range. This is the only other confirmed male that I have in this tank. This dude's about 13 inches. He's been in here for quite a long time, and typically in a smaller setup, umbees color up a lot younger, a lot sooner. And in this tank, they just they're on a different time scale. They grow a lot faster, and they do seem to mature later in the size spectrum than what they would in a smaller setup. The lack of hormone buildup and just the more natural setting, I'm sure, is the main cause of that. I also got a couple of Oscars the other day from my buddy John. He was looking to rehome them, and they kind of fit along with the theme of this tank. So it's been a long time since I've had an Oscar, so I told him to bring them on out, and in they went. Anyway, yeah, everything's doing really well. I haven't lost anything out of this tank, and I don't even know how long. It works remarkably well. Those snook are about 16 inches, give or take. They haven't grown much in the last year. They breed too often. They spawn every couple of weeks, put down several thousand eggs. They've never hatched, but it doesn't stop them from spawning. Anyway, not a whole lot has changed with this setup, but figured I'd get you guys a little bit of an update and let you see it and see how stuff's doing, and give you a little piece of what I'm seeing every night while I kick up my feet when I get off of work and stare at the fish for a while. I really do wish I had a better camera. This is just being shot off of an iPhone, and I know it's not gonna really do these fish justice, but it's the best I've got, and so hopefully it will suffice. Anyway, excuse this hose. This is actually part of the filtration. The piece of driftwood that kind of held that back out of view floated up, and I removed it. So I just haven't gotten ambitious and gotten in the tank to kind of hide that away. The fish don't mind it, and I don't really mind it either. They actually kind of use it to swim up and down. It kind of helps break up that 4-foot column of water, and they actually seem to kind of hang out around that thing a little bit. So I've not gotten any hurry. Anyway, I'll just kind of be quiet here now and give you a few more moments to enjoy this setup. And anyway, thanks for watching. If you have any questions,